Have you ever looked in the mirror, and I mean truly looked past the surface, past the tired eyes and the forced smile, and asked yourself a simple question: who am I, really? And in the silence that follows, what do you hear? Is it a voice of kindness, a voice of compassion, or is it a chorus of doubts, a symphony of self-criticism, a relentless echo of every mistake you've ever made? For so many of us, that silence is deafeningly loud, filled with the ghosts of yesterday's failures and the anxieties of tomorrow's challenges. We walk through life carrying the weight of other people's expectations, their judgments, their definitions of who we should be. We become chameleons, changing our colors to please a world that never seems to be satisfied. We say yes when our soul is screaming no. We shrink ourselves to fit into spaces where we were never meant to be confined. And in this process, this slow, silent erosion of the self, we forget the most fundamental, the most vital relationship we will ever have, the one we have with ourselves. We are taught to respect our elders, to respect authority, to respect the rules. But when was the last time someone looked you in the eyes and told you to respect yourself? When was the last time you were told that your own validation is the only one that truly matters? That your worth isn't a stock market ticker fluctuating with every opinion and every setback? This is the conversation we need to have. This is the revolution that needs to begin, not on the streets, but in the quiet, sacred space of your own heart. Because respecting yourself isn't just a feel-good phrase. It's not a luxury. It is the very foundation upon which a life of meaning, of purpose, and of deep, unshakable joy is built. It is the armor that protects you from the negativity of the world and the compass that guides you back to your own truth. So, if you're tired of feeling like you're not enough, tired of seeking approval from the outside in, then I invite you to stay, to listen, not just with your ears, but with your soul. Because today, we are not just talking, we are planting seeds, seeds of a new beginning, seeds of self-respect that will grow into a forest of inner strength so powerful, so resilient, that no storm can ever tear it down. This is your wake-up call. This is your permission slip to finally choose yourself. So where do we begin? This journey of self-respect, it starts with a single courageous step. The first way to truly respect yourself is to know yourself. I mean, really know yourself. Beyond the labels, beyond employee, parent, student, friend. Who are you at your core? What makes your heart beat faster? What are your values? Not the values your parents instilled in you or the values society preaches, but your values, the ones that resonate deep within your being. Take the time to be alone, to sit in silence, to journal, to ask yourself the tough questions. What do you stand for? What will you not stand for? So many of us are strangers to ourselves. We know more about our favorite fictional characters than we do about the person staring back at us in the mirror. Knowing yourself is an act of profound respect. It's saying, I am worthy of being understood. I am worthy of my own time and attention. It's drawing a map of your own soul so you never get lost in the wilderness of other people's expectations again. You cannot respect a stranger, so stop being a stranger to yourself. Introduce yourself to your own heart. It's been waiting for you. And once you begin to know yourself, the second step becomes clear. You must forgive yourself. Oh, this one is a mountain, isn't it? We are so incredibly good at forgiving others. We make excuses for their behavior. We offer them grace. We tell them it's okay. But for ourselves, we are the harshest judges, the most unforgiving critics. We replay our mistakes on a loop. Each time the shame and guilt cutting a little deeper. That stupid thing you said 10 years ago, you still cringe about it. That opportunity you didn't take, it haunts your quiet moments. That time you failed, you branded yourself with that failure for life. But listen to me, please listen. You are human. You are beautifully, imperfectly, breathtakingly human. You were designed to make mistakes. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. Holding on to past mistakes is like trying to drive a car while looking only in the rearview mirror. You will crash. You have to let it go. Forgiving yourself is not about condoning the mistake. It's not about saying it was okay. It's about releasing the poison of self-blame that is killing your spirit. It's about looking at the person you were with compassion and saying, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. It's an act of radical self-respect. It's cutting the anchor that is holding you in the harbor of regret and finally allowing your ship to sail. Write it down if you have to. Write down the mistake. Acknowledge the pain. And then burn the paper. Let the ashes scatter in the wind. And as they disappear, let the guilt disappear with them. You deserve peace. And that peace begins with forgiveness. This leads us directly to the third path. Be honest with yourself. How many times a day do we lie? Not just to others, but to ourselves. We say, I'm fine when we are falling apart. We say, it doesn't bother me when it's tearing us up inside. We pretend we are happy in a job that drains our soul or in a relationship that diminishes our light. We create a fantasy world because the reality is too painful to face. But this dishonesty, it's a heavy mask to wear. And underneath it, your true self is suffocating. Respecting yourself means having the courage to face the truth. The raw, unfiltered, sometimes painful truth. It's admitting, I am not okay. I need help. It's acknowledging, this isn't working for me anymore. I need a change. It's looking your fears, your insecurities, and your shortcomings right in the eye and saying, I see you. I accept you, but you do not define me. Honesty is the light that disinfects the wounds we try to hide in the dark. It's the first step toward healing. It's scary. Oh, it is terrifying. Because once you admit the truth to yourself, you can no longer hide. You are then faced with a choice to continue living the lie or to find the courage to create a life that aligns with your truth. And choosing that truth, that is an act of the highest self-respect. Now, once you are honest with yourself, you can embrace the fourth principle. Set boundaries. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where self-respect becomes an action, not just a feeling. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are fences that protect your peace. They are the clear, loving lines you draw that teach people how to treat you. For too long, you have been a public park open to everyone, anytime, for any reason. People have come and trampled on your grass, left their trash, and taken your energy without a second thought. And you let them because you were afraid. Afraid of being called selfish, afraid of conflict, afraid of being disliked. But let me ask you this. What is more selfish than allowing yourself to be consistently drained, disrespected, and devalued? Setting a boundary is saying, my well-being matters. My time is valuable. My energy is sacred. It's saying no to things that drain you so you can say yes to things that fill you. It's saying, I can't help you right now. I need to take care of myself. It's leaving a conversation that has turned toxic. It's unfollowing the social media account that makes you feel bad about yourself. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. People who are used to you having no boundaries will push back. They will test you, but you must hold the line. Because every time you enforce a boundary, you are sending a powerful message to yourself and to the world. I respect myself. And in time, the people who are meant to be in your life will respect your boundaries, and the ones who don't, well, they were never truly your people to begin with. And as you build these fences, you must also tend to the garden within. The fifth way to respect yourself is to nurture your body. Your body is your home. It's the only one you will ever have. It carries you through every single moment of your life. It fights for you, it heals for you, it works tirelessly to keep you alive. And how do you repay it? Do you fill it with fuel or with poison? Do you move it with joy or let it stagnate in neglect? Respecting your body isn't about achieving a certain look or a number on a scale. That's society's shallow definition. True respect for your body is about listening to it. It's about giving it the nutritious food it needs to thrive. It's about moving it in ways that feel good, whether that's dancing in your living room, walking in nature, or stretching on a yoga mat. It's about giving it the rest it desperately needs to repair and rejuvenate. It's about drinking water. It's so simple yet so profound. When you intentionally care for your body, you are affirming your own worth. You are saying, I am worthy of feeling good. I am worthy of having energy. I am worthy of health. Stop punishing your body for not looking like someone else's bracket. Start celebrating it for all the miraculous things it does for you every single second. It is your faithful companion on this journey of life. Treat it with the respect and kindness it deserves. Of course, respecting the body is only half the equation. The sixth and equally vital step is to nurture your mind. Your mind is a garden. And for many of us, that garden has been overrun with weeds. The weeds of negative self-talk, of worry, of comparison, of fear. If you spoke to your friends the way you speak to yourself, would you have any friends left? I doubt it. We are relentless in our mental self-abuse. We call ourselves names: stupid, ugly, failure. We catastrophize every situation. We dwell on the worst case scenarios. Respecting your mind means becoming the gatekeeper of your thoughts. It means consciously choosing what you allow to grow in that garden. It means pulling out the weeds of negativity one by one. And it means planting seeds of positivity, of encouragement, of self-compassion. Practice affirmations. It might feel silly at first, but the words you repeat to yourself shape your reality. Stand in front of that mirror and say, I am capable. I am strong. I am worthy. Feed your mind with things that uplift and inspire you. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos that make you feel good. Unplug from the constant stream of negativity that is the 24-hour news cycle and the curated perfection of social media. Your mind is your most powerful asset. It can be your greatest prison or your greatest palace. The choice is yours. Respect it enough to make it a beautiful place to live. This leads us to a powerful truth. The seventh way to respect yourself. Stop the comparison game. Oh, the thief of joy in comparison. We scroll through our phones and see curated highlight reels of other people's lives. The perfect vacation, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, the promotion, the new house. And with every scroll, we feel ourselves sinking, a little smaller, a little less successful, a little more behind. We compare our behind-the-scenes mess to their polished final product. It is a game you can never win. It is designed to make you feel inadequate. Respecting yourself means putting the blinders on. It means focusing on your own race, your own journey, your own path. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's because you are not anyone else. You have your own unique timeline, your own unique lessons to learn, your own unique gifts to share with the world. Celebrate other people's successes. Be happy for them, but do not let their success become a measure of your failure. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you a little kinder today? A little stronger? A little more honest? A little closer to your own truth? That is the only comparison that matters. That is the only race worth running. Drop the heavy burden of comparison. It is not yours to carry. Your path is yours alone. Walk it with pride. And as you walk your own path, you will inevitably stumble. You will fall. Which brings us to the eighth principle. Embrace your imperfections. We live in a culture that worships perfection. We airbrush our photos. We curate our lives. We hide our flaws and our struggles behind a veneer of having it all together. But perfection is a myth. It's an illusion. It does not exist in nature, and it does not exist in humanity. Your imperfections, your quirks, your scars, your vulnerabilities, they are not mistakes. They are the very things that make you you. They are the cracks through which your light shines. They are the stories etched into your soul. Trying to be perfect is exhausting. It's a full-time job with no pay and no vacation, and it keeps you from being authentic, from being real, from truly connecting with others. Respecting yourself means taking off the mask. It means accepting all parts of yourself, the light and the shadow, the strengths and the weaknesses. It's looking at your reflection with all its beautiful imperfections and saying, this is me and I am enough. The world doesn't need another perfect, polished robot. The world needs you, your messy, complicated, imperfect, beautiful self. Embrace it. Own it. It is your superpower. This ownership of self gives you the strength for the 9th way to respect yourself. Learn to say number, 2 letters, 1 word. So simple to say, yet so incredibly difficult for so many of us. We are conditioned to be people pleasers. We say yes to the extra project at work, even when we are already drowning. We say yes to the social event we are dreading because we don't want to disappoint anyone. We say yes to requests that drain our time, our energy, and our resources. And every time we say yes when we mean no, a little piece of our self-respect dies. We are teaching people that our needs don't matter, that our time is not our own, that we are here to serve everyone else's agenda before our own. Saying no is not an act of aggression. It is an act of self-preservation. It is a declaration of your boundary. It is a statement of your priorities. You do not need to give a long, convoluted excuse. No, thank you is a complete sentence. I'm sorry, I can't is enough. At first, you will feel the guilt, the fear of letting someone down. But with practice, you will start to feel something else: empowerment, freedom. You will realize that by saying no to the things that don't align with your spirit, you are creating space for the things that do. You are taking back control of your life, and there is nothing more respectful than that. And finally, for this part of our journey, the 10th way: celebrate your wins. No matter how small, we are so quick to criticize ourselves for our failures. We will spend days, weeks, even years beating ourselves up over a single mistake. But our victories, we dismiss them, we downplay them, we achieve a goal and immediately move the goalpost. Oh, it was nothing. Anyone could have done it. I should be further along by now. We rob ourselves of the joy and the recognition we deserve. Self-respect means being your own biggest cheerleader. Did you get out of bed today when you were struggling with depression? That is a huge win. Celebrate it. Did you finally make that phone call you've been dreading? Win. Did you choose a healthy meal over junk food? Win. Did you speak up for yourself in a meeting? Massive win. Acknowledge your progress. Pat yourself on the back. Buy yourself the flowers. Treat yourself to the coffee. Do a happy dance in your kitchen. By celebrating your small wins, you are building momentum. You are rewiring your brain to look for the good, to focus on progress, not perfection. You are proving to yourself time and time again that you are capable, that you are growing, and that you are worthy of celebration. Life is built on these small moments of victory. Don't let them pass by unnoticed. They are the fuel that will keep you going on this beautiful, challenging, and ultimately rewarding journey of respecting the incredible person that you are. And we are just getting started. Yes, we are just getting started. Because once you learn to celebrate yourself, you begin to understand the power you hold. This brings us to the 11th way to respect yourself. Let go of what you cannot control. Think about how much of your precious energy, your life force, is wasted worrying about things that are completely outside of your influence. The weather, the traffic, what other people think of you, the past, the future. We create storms in our minds, playing out 1,000 worst-case scenarios, trying to control an ocean of variables with a teaspoon. It is exhausting. And it is the ultimate act of disrespect to your own peace of mind. Respecting yourself is having the wisdom to recognize the difference between what you can change and what you cannot. It's focusing your energy like a laser beam on your own actions, your own attitude, your own responses. It's the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Let it go. Seriously. Take a deep breath right now and exhale the worry. Exhale the need to control. You are not the general manager of the universe. You are the master of one life, your own. Focus on that. In that surrender, you will not find weakness. You will find immense strength and a peace that passes all understanding. And as you reclaim your energy, you must become fiercely protective of it. The 12th principle is this: choose your company wisely. They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Look around you. Who are in your circle? Do they lift you up or do they pull you down? Are they radiators who exude warmth, encouragement, and positivity? Or are they drains, energy vampires who leave you feeling exhausted, insecure, and empty after every interaction? Self-respect demands that you become a ruthless curator of your social circle. This is not about being arrogant or better than anyone else. It is about recognizing that your energy is a finite, sacred resource. You have a responsibility to protect it. You have a right to surround yourself with people who see your light and want to see it shine brighter. People who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your wins, and who sit with you in your sorrows without judgment. It takes courage to distance yourself from toxic friends, from negative family members, from partners who belittle you, but your future self will thank you. Respect yourself enough to choose relationships that nourish your soul, not ones that poison it. The quality of your life depends on it. This leads to one of the most profound acts of self-integrity, the 13th way: keep your promises to yourself. Think about it. If a friend repeatedly broke their promises to you, if they said they'd be there and never showed up, if they swore they'd help and always bailed, would you still trust them? Would you respect them? Of course not. So why? Why do we do it to ourselves over and over again? We promise ourselves we'll start eating healthier on Monday. We promise we'll wake up early to work out. We promise we'll finish that project, and then we don't. And with every broken promise, we chip away at our own self-trust. We send a subconscious message to our own heart that says, you are not important. Your goals don't matter. You are not worth the effort. It is a devastating cycle of self-betrayal. The way to rebuild that trust, the way to cultivate deep self-respect, is to start making and keeping promises to yourself. Start small, so small you can't possibly fail. Promise yourself you'll drink 1 glass of water when you wake up, and do it. Promise yourself you'll read for 5 minutes before bed, and do it. Each promise kept is a brick in the foundation of self-trust. You are proving to yourself that you are reliable, that you have integrity, that when you say you will do something, it gets done. You are becoming your own hero. And a hero stands for something. The 14th way to respect yourself is to stand up for your beliefs. In a world that often pushes for conformity, it is an act of rebellion to have a voice, to have a conviction, to have a moral compass that you refuse to compromise. You figured out your values back in step 1. Now it's time to live them out loud. This means speaking your truth, even when your voice shakes. It means defending the vulnerable. It means saying that's not right when you witness an injustice. It means not laughing at the joke that goes against your principles. It means living in alignment with what you know in your heart to be true, even if it makes you unpopular. Living a life of quiet compromise, of swallowing your truth to keep the peace it eats away at your soul. It's a slow death. Respecting yourself means your integrity is not for sale. It is not negotiable. It is the core of who you are. Find your voice. Use it. The world desperately needs more people with the courage of their convictions. Be one of them. As you live with this integrity, you'll find it easier to practice the 15th way, practice gratitude. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? A cliche, perhaps? But in our relentless pursuit of more, a better job, a bigger house, a newer car, we often live in a state of perpetual lack. We focus on the gap between where we are and where we want to be. And that gap can feel like a chasm of despair. Gratitude is the bridge. It is the radical act of shifting your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. It's waking up in the morning and instead of grabbing your phone, taking 1 minute, just 1 minute, to think of 3 things you are grateful for. The warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside your window, the fact that you are breathing. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop striving. It means you appreciate the journey. It rewires your brain to see the beauty, the abundance, the miracles that are already all around you. It is an act of respect for the life you have been given. It grounds you in the present moment and fills your heart with the richness that no amount of money can ever buy. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Start today. What are you grateful for right now, in this very moment? This mindset of gratitude opens you up to the 16th principle: allow yourself to be a beginner. When did we become so afraid of not being good at something right away? The fear of looking foolish, of making mistakes, of being judged, it paralyzes us. It keeps us from learning that new language, from taking that dance class, from starting that new hobby. We stick to what we know, to what we're good at, because it's safe. It protects our ego, but safety is the enemy of growth. Respecting yourself means giving yourself the grace to be a beginner. It's embracing the awkwardness, the clumsiness, the not knowing. It's understanding that every single master was once a disaster. Every expert was once a novice. To refuse to be a beginner is to refuse to grow. So, what is it that you've always wanted to try, but were too afraid you'd be bad at it? Give yourself permission. Laugh at your mistakes. Celebrate the small progresses. Fall down. Get back up. The joy is in the trying. The respect is in the courage to show up and learn. And as you learn and grow, you must learn to listen to your wisest teacher. The 17th way to respect yourself is to trust your intuition. You have an inner guidance system, a gut feeling, a quiet knowing voice that whispers the truth. We all have it. But in our noisy, logical world, we have been taught to ignore it. We second guess it. We rationalize it away. We listen to the experts, the gurus, the opinions of others before we ever listen to ourselves. And how many times have you looked back on a situation and said, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Something told me that something that is your intuition, and it is never wrong. It is your soul's compass. Respecting yourself means learning to tune into that frequency. It means getting quiet enough to hear it through meditation, through walks in nature, through journaling. And then it means having the courage to act on it. Even if it doesn't make logical sense, even if you can't explain it, your intuition is your most loyal and trustworthy guide. It has your highest good at heart. Start listening to it. It's trying to lead you home. When you trust yourself, you start to believe in yourself. And this leads to the 18th way. Invest in yourself. You are your greatest asset, period. The most important investment you will ever make is not in stocks or real estate. It is in you. This isn't just about money. It's about investing your time, your energy, your focus into your own growth. It's taking the course to learn the new skill. It's hiring the coach to help you through a block. It's reading the books that expand your mind. It's taking the time to meal prep for the week because you value your health. It's going to therapy to heal your wounds. Investing in yourself is a powerful declaration to the universe that says, I believe in my own potential. I am worthy of growth. I am betting on myself. Stop waiting for someone else to come and rescue you or discover you. Discover yourself, rescue yourself, invest in yourself. You are a project worth working on. And when you know your value, you will refuse to let it be discounted. The 19th way to respect yourself is one of the hardest and most important. Walk away from disrespect. This is a non-negotiable. This is a bright red line. Self-respect means that you do not tolerate being devalued, belittled, or mistreated. Not by anyone. Not your partner, not your boss, not your friends, not your family. For too long, you may have made excuses. They didn't mean it. They're just having a bad day. It's just the way they are. Numbers stop. An attack on your dignity is never acceptable. Respecting yourself means having the strength and the self-worth to remove yourself from toxic situations and relationships. It means walking away from the job where you are constantly undermined. It means ending the friendship that is built on gossip and negativity. It means leaving the relationship where you feel more like an option than a priority. It will hurt. It will be one of the scariest things you ever do, but staying will hurt you more. It will slowly kill your spirit. You teach people how to treat you by what you are willing to accept. Let your actions send a clear message. I am worthy of respect, and I will accept nothing less. And this all culminates in the final, ultimate, most liberating truth of all. The 20th way to respect yourself. Understand that your worth is inherent. This is it, the core of it all. Your worth, your value as a human being is not attached to anything external. It is not in your job title. It is not in your bank account. It is not in your accomplishments. It is not in your relationship status, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or the number of followers you have. You were born 100% worthy. You are worthy on your best day when you are conquering the world, and you are just as worthy on your worst day when you can barely get out of bed. Your worth is not something you have to earn or prove or achieve. It is your birthright. It is the very essence of who you are. It can never be taken from you. It can only be forgotten. This entire journey, these 20 ways, they are not about becoming worthy. They are about remembering the worth that has been inside you all along. So look in the mirror again. Look past the surface. And when you ask that question, who am I? Let the answer that echoes back be this: I am someone who is learning to know myself, to forgive myself, to be honest with myself. I am someone who sets boundaries, who nurtures my body and my mind. I am someone who lets go of comparison and embraces my beautiful imperfections. I am someone who has the courage to say no and the wisdom to celebrate my wins. I am someone who lets go of control, who chooses my company wisely, who keeps my promises to myself. I am someone who stands for my beliefs, who practices gratitude, who is not afraid to be a beginner. I am someone who trusts my intuition, who invests in myself, and who will always walk away from disrespect. And most of all, I am someone who knows deep in my bones, deep in my soul, that I am worthy, not because of what I do, but because of who I am. This is the journey of self-respect. It is not a destination you arrive at one day. It is a daily practice, a moment-by-moment choice. It is choosing yourself over and over and over again. It is the most important work you will ever do. So start today. Start now with one small act. Choose one thing from this list and do it. The person in the mirror is counting on you. They've been waiting a long, long time. It's time to come home to yourself. But what does it mean to come home? It means the war is over. The civil war that has been raging inside of you for years, the war between the person you are and the person you think you should be, it's over. Coming home means laying down your weapons, the weapon of self-criticism, the weapon of self-judgment, the weapon of self-hatred. It means calling a truce with your own heart. It's the quiet, profound peace of self-acceptance. It's looking at your past without flinching, looking at your future without fear, and standing firmly in the present moment with love. And I need you to understand this journey home is not a straight line. There will be days you get lost. There will be days you find yourself back in that old familiar territory of doubt and fear. You will fall. You will stumble. You will break a promise to yourself. You will let a boundary slip. And in that moment, when you are on the ground, feeling the sting of failure, that is your moment of greatest power. Because in that moment, you have a choice. You can stay down. You can listen to that old familiar voice that says, see, I told you, you can't do this. You're a failure. Just give up. Or you can take a deep breath and offer yourself the one thing you have so freely given to others your entire life: grace. You can put a hand on your own heart and say, it's okay. You are human. You are learning. This is hard, but I am not giving up on you. I will never give up on you. That is self-respect in action. It is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent in your own self-love. It is about becoming the most compassionate, understanding, and forgiving friend to yourself. So when you fall, and you will, do not see it as a failure. See it as a lesson. What did you learn? What does this moment have to teach you? And then stand up, dust yourself off, and take the next step, and the next, and the next. Because this isn't just about you. Do you understand? This act of respecting yourself, it is not a selfish act. It is the most generous thing you can do for the world. When you heal yourself, you heal the generations that came before you and the generations that will come after you. When you fill your own cup, it overflows. It spills out and nourishes everyone around you. A person who truly respects themselves does not need to belittle others to feel big. They do not need to control others to feel powerful. They do not need to tear others down to build themselves up. They radiate a quiet strength, a gentle confidence, an authentic peace that gives everyone around them permission to do the same. You become a lighthouse, not by running around trying to save every ship, but by standing tall, by tending to your own light, and by simply shining. So I ask you, what will your first step be? What is the one thing, the one small, courageous act of self-respect you will commit to today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you have more time? Now, in this moment, will you finally forgive yourself for that mistake? Will you set that boundary you've been terrified to set? Will you look in the mirror and say, I love you? Will you take 5 minutes to just sit in silence and listen to your own heart? Choose one, just one, and let that be your anchor. Let that be the start of your revolution. The world is desperate for more people who are truly, authentically, unapologetically alive. People who are not at war with themselves. People who walk in their purpose and speak their truth. The world is waiting for you, the real you, the you that has been buried under layers of fear and doubt and other people's expectations. It's time to let that person out. It's time to be free. The journey home is the greatest adventure you will ever embark on. It is the journey back to you. Take the first step. I promise you are worth it. You are worth it. And let me leave you with this one final thought, a promise. The person you are fighting so hard to become, the one you see in your dreams, that confident, peaceful, joyful version of you, they are not some distant fantasy. They are not a character in a story. That person is your destiny. That is the real you, waiting to be fully expressed. Every act of self-respect, every boundary, every moment of self-forgiveness is a step closer to that reality. You are not creating something new. You are simply chipping away at all the stone, all the fear, all the conditioning that has hidden the masterpiece that was there from the very beginning. Think of the legacy you want to leave. Not a legacy of trophies or accomplishments, but a legacy of courage. A legacy that says, I was here, I was afraid, but I did it anyway. I was broken, but I healed myself. I was lost, but I found my way home. Let your life be a testament to the power of coming back to yourself. Let it be a love letter to your own soul. So go now. Go and live it. Live with your head held high, not in arrogance, but in the quiet, unshakable dignity of someone who knows their own value. Walk with a fire in your heart and a peace in your spirit. The universe is conspiring in your favor. It is waiting for you to claim the magnificent life that is your birthright. This is not the end of the speech. This is the beginning of your life. The life where you finally and completely respect yourself. Go on. Your adventure is waiting.